All right, everybody, welcome back to the shop. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This is our backup generator, but it needs an oil change. So we have this one, and then we have our gen rack. So we're going to do 2 oil changes today, and then we're going to do spark plug, air filter, fuel line, and a few other things. So this is going to be probably a longer video, but let me start by saying this. If you haven't skipped around already, what is your house worth? The value of your house, you are relying on this to keep it from freezing, keep it from going cold, keeping from all your food from spoiling. So please don't skip around this video. I'm going to cover everything front to back, pretty detailed. Hopefully it won't be too long, but yeah, anyways, let's get right into it. First thing, we're going to do an oil change. So all you got to do is start it up, let it run for a little bit. It's about 15 degrees out now, so we're going to let it run for a little bit, and then we're going to, once it's hot, I'm going to show you how to drop the oil. So that's the first thing on the list is an oil change. So let's go ahead and do that. Before we get started, I'd like to say hi to my good subscriber, Steve Allen. Always tunes in, always leaves a comment. You've been following along for a while, pal, so today's shout out goes to you. Also, go check out his channel. He sent me a private message and said, hey, Jay, I didn't want to sell out and leave a comment saying check out my channel, but he sent me a private message and said, hey, check out my channel. So his channel is called Build Life, and I love what he's doing. He's building an off-grid kind of cabin. He heats with an outdoor boiler as well, so we've been chatting back and forth. So Steve, today's video is for you. Appreciate it. You guys go over there and show Steve some love. His channel is called Build Life. I'll attach a little screenshot of it, but anyways, let's get right into it. We're gonna do some... All right, so first things first, turn our fuel on, pull our choke, kill switch. Oh, where is it? Set to run, and then this should start right up. Unless I have the kill switch off, which I don't think I do. Well, let's see what it does. Okay, now that our shed is full of fumes and we're getting lightheaded, now's the perfect time to start working on it. So, just kidding. I have the door open and these rafters are vented, so it's fine in here. This is actually perfect for small engines. But anyways, what you're gonna need first for an oil change is a clean drain pan. The reason you want a clean drain pan is you want to see if you have any metal shavings that come out of your oil. You want to pretty much inspect your oil when it comes out. So yeah, anyways, obviously reference your owner's manual per your specific machine, but motors, these generator motors, small engines, generators, pressure washers, things like that, they're all pretty same. They're all pretty basic. Most of them have the oil drain on the side. Me, I have this up on my lift here, which I'll go over in another video. This lift is perfect for small engines. But anyways, there's a drain plug usually on the side. Check your owner's manual on your machine, but this is our drain plug here. So let's go ahead and put our pan below, pop that drain plug off, and let the oil flow. One tip you want to do is find the oil fill and turn that fill cap off, or take that fill cap off, if you will. See right here, see this orange cap? This is going to be our fill. You want to take this off to help vent, so that way the oil drains. Oh, you can drop it on the dirty floor too, like I did. So you want to open that up, so when you pull your drain plug, the oil will flow out nice. So let's go ahead and do that. You'll notice too, this motor has 2 drain plugs, one on each side. Motors generally, these are universal motors that they outfit for different machines. So on a different machine, maybe you can't get at that plug, so that's why they put the second drain plug. Obviously, you need to only empty one. So let's go ahead and pop that one off. Okay, sorry if you guys can't really see. Oh, you can see fine. So let's go ahead and loosen that. Break it free first with the wrench, and then put an extension on, because you don't want to get hot oil all over yourself. And that's that. Obviously get a drain dish big enough to handle the capacity. So we'll let that drain, and then we'll come right back. All right, so while that's draining, you want to inspect your drain plug. Most of the time, sometimes these are magnetic, so they'll collect any shavings. I'm not sure if this one No, this one's not magnetic unless that tank's aluminum. I'm not sure. But anyways, you want to clean this up, clean this O-ring up. You can reuse this. Some people recommend changing it. I had a Chevy Malibu with 175,000 miles on it. Did every oil change on it and never changed the drain plug O-ring once. And turned out to be fine. So that's debatable, but you can change it if you want. You don't have to. So clean this up. And then before you put it back on, you want to put some Never Seize on that, and I'll explain. So you want to use a product called Never Seize, anti-seize, lubricant, doesn't matter the make or brand, but you want to put some on the threads here because a lot of times you have an aluminum block and a steel plug or vice versa. You have two different metals that expand at two different temperatures, so if you don't want to have a strip drain plug or strip out the threads on the block there, always put a little bit of anti-seize on this bolt, and we'll do that now. All right, so a couple things. Before you put your drain plug back in, clean that surface. Make sure there's no dirt in there and whatnot. Also, make sure when you're draining your oil, you tilt your machine. This side of the machine is actually tilted up. It's tough to see on camera, but it's tilted up so all that oil will drain out. You don't want to have any, you want to be mixing used oil and fresh oil. So yeah, let's go ahead and put the drain plug back in now. So again, you don't have to coat it. You just put a little bit, tough to do with one hand, but put a little bit on the threads there. And obviously, as you thread it in, it will work its way around. So yeah, this is ready to go back in. Okay, so we're ready for our drain plug. We're gonna just start with our socket. So we can get that started. You can pretty much put it all the way in by hand tight, and then we're gonna grab our wrench here, and you do not have to crank the living hell out of these. I've seen some guys like pretty much torque them. You don't have to do that, so you can relax with that whole Key-Man type grip. So just make sure it's nice and snug. There's an O-ring there, so you don't have to go crazy. So that takes care of that. So let's go ahead and wipe off that little extra anti-seize, and then we'll be good to fill it. All right, so we're getting ready to put oil in it. This one has threads. If you'll notice, it has threads here to check the oil. Check your owner's manual. Sometimes you check the oil level by resting this in here. Other machines, you put it all the way in and screw it down, then unscrew it and check it. So check your machine because that makes a big difference because you have about 3/4 of threads there. So check your owner's manual on your machine or look it up. Sometimes you rest the dipstick in there. Other times you thread it all the way down, thread it all the way out, and then check it. So just be careful with that. What we're going to use is I couldn't find straight weight 30. Normally you run SAE 30. Obviously check your owner's manual. It could have changed by now, but I'm just going to run a 530 non-synthetic. You don't need synthetic in a generator unless it calls for it, so read your owner's manual. So we're going to fill this up with 530 oil, and then we're going to check it, and we should be good to roll. All right, so before we fill it with oil, we're going to actually, we're going to dump this old oil, but you kind of just want to swirl it around, see if you have any contaminants in there, see if you have any metal or any water. This oil, I don't know how well you can tell on camera, really, really thin. I'm not sure if it's even the right weight or if it's just old, but let's go ahead and empty this out, clean the pan, and then we'll fill our machine with oil. All right, so our generator is sitting pretty much level, it's sitting right on the frame. We got rid of the shim. Remember I told you we tilted it so we could what's it called, drain the oil evenly. So now that it's sitting level, you want to make sure your generator is level when you fill with oil. We got our funnel in, so let's go ahead and pour some juice in. So this is why I love the internet. Doing a quick search here, hopefully you could see that. XP8500E, XP8500E, engine oil capacity is 37 fluid ounces. I'm an absolute idiot. Let me show you something. Capacity 1.1 liters, 37 ounces. So not only did the internet say 37 ounces, but it says right on the machine 37 ounces. So make sure you open your eyes because the answer was right in front of me. Those of you who don't know, we picked up this generator as a project generator, so I didn't really film a lot of the details, but because it's not that too exciting. But yeah, we're going through a full maintenance on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and add the oil now. Okay. Now that we got 1 gallon in, let's go ahead and add the other 0.16, start it, and check it. Okay, so 1 quart is 32 ounces. So we have 5 ounces. We filled this with the bigger jug. Let's put the remaining 5 ounces in. Put our plug back in. Run it for a few minutes. And then check it. All right, now that our generator is down off our lift, make sure both tires are filled with air before you check the oil. If your generator is leaning at all, you're not going to get an accurate representation. Let's make sure that we're not sitting on anything, so we're pretty much level. So let's go ahead and pull our dipstick out. Hopefully you could see it's right to the top there. So let's give it a quick run, make sure there's no leaks, and we'll be good to roll. That's it. We got no leaks on the drain plug, got no leaks on the fill plug. We just checked it again. It's all the way up on the dipstick. So yeah, life is good. Can't complain. So yeah. Appreciate you guys watching. Let me know what you think. Just real quick basic maintenance, basic oil change on a generator. Hope this helped. Again, search your model number and make sure the model number and the engine number, or excuse me, the model number and the engine series match. But you can pretty much find any PDF online with all the specifications, but this is pretty much the basics. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm Jay. Please hit that thumbs up. Please share this if you liked it. And yeah, like I always say, we will see you out in the woods.